Yeah, hi everyone. So today in this session we are going to discuss about the SAP navigation. Okay, right. I think in the last session we have discussed about the SAP architecture and the comparison of ECC and S4HANA architecture, right? Yes, I hope that was clear. So now we are going to discuss about the navigation part. Okay, so we are entering into the topic here. Okay, yes. So first of all, let's see, okay, what is this navigation is all about. Okay, so then we can see in detail how to get into the system and we can do all these things. Okay, yes. So the navigation, okay, so navigation is very simple. Okay, so what are the screens, what are the menus, what are the options and buttons you are going to have it in this particular SAP. So how to operate that first. Okay, so what is the tool we need to use, what are the different type of tools available in the market, how to connect that one, how the tool is working on. Okay, and the same way we are going to see into the system, okay, how to operate that, how to get into that one. So these all things are very important, because if you are used to this tool, okay, how to operate this particular thing and all other things, okay, you can do even better. So what we can able to see, okay, because it is the initial thing, it's a base foundation. So how we can able to get into the system and work on that one, that is the navigation we are seeing. And also we are going to see about the servers. Okay, so when we get into the system, so we need to give regarding the servers and all other things, okay, that also need to be required. Okay, right, so let's get into that one. Okay, yes. Okay, so let me get into that. Okay, yes, regarding the navigation part. Okay, yes. Okay, so here you can able to see the comparison. For an example, before let's get into that, let me show you the comparison here. Yes, you can see the comparison. We have two tools here. You can see that we have a tool called SAP GUI and we have an SAP Fiori here. Okay, we have two different tools to connect with SAP. Okay, why we need two tools? Actually one tool is enough, right? So why we need a two tool here? Because, so I'll just explain that. Okay, this GUI is a older part, it's a older thing, so which is running for last 10-15 years. It was in hand, so where we can able to use this tool for connecting SAP. Okay, so it is having some advantages and disadvantages here, and this SAP Fiori is the latest one. Okay, this Fiori is the latest one where we are using this particular thing here. Okay, it was a new development and we can see that. Okay, so we can see this one by one. Okay, so I'll just go to my work page, so where I can able to show you that. Okay, so that will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so then we can come back here. Okay, right. Okay, so coming here. Okay, so coming here, okay, into the navigation part. Okay, the first thing is, so you have to know about the tools. Okay, so tools used. Okay, okay, so used, okay, for so SAP connection, very simple. So this we need to understand here. Okay, so what are the tools we are using is, so we are using two tools. First of all, we are using SAP GUI. Okay, SAP GUI we are using here. What does this GUI stands for? Okay, so this GUI stands for, it is graphical. Okay, so it is graphical, okay, user interface. Okay, this is a graphical user interface. Okay, in the name itself you can clearly understand that it's an interface. Okay, interface means it's a connectivity. So we are just using this tool only for the connectivity. Okay, so because this tool is not having any data loaded to it. Okay, it's not like a previous thing. For an example, previously when we started the SAP like that, so we have to load everything into the system. Okay, so we have to load some 500 GB or 600 GB into the loading into that one, and we need to connect the servers. Okay, we need to connect the servers with the wired and everything. So we have all kind of complications we had earlier. Okay, so but here now, so we don't have anything in this one, because it's just an interface. It's a tool which can connect to an SAP which is available anywhere in the world, so we can able to see that. Okay, that is the actual use of this graphical user interface. Okay, how it will work? For an example, I'll show you a glance. Okay, how it will work, you can see. Okay, for an example, okay, I'll just show you an example. Okay, so try to get an example here. Okay, yes, for an example, okay, if you take this one, okay, you just considered, okay, so you have the GUI here. Okay, so this is the GUI you have here. Okay, so this GUI, for an example, I have a different customers, because I told you, right, you can able to work with the different customers. Okay, for an example, you can think like, okay, so this is one server, means one server for one customer. Okay, here we have one more server, and again here we have one more server, for an example. Okay, for an example, this server is available in US. Okay, so this server is available in Australia, for an example. Okay, and this server is available in Japan for an example. Okay, yes, so 3 servers. Okay, 3 servers for 3 particular customers is available here. I want to do a project for this one, so I have only one tool, and also I am available in India. Okay, so I am available in India. How I can do this? Yes, I can able to connect using this GUI interface tool. I can connect with different countries, so it doesn't matter. I can able to connect with this one, so I can connect with this very easily. See, I can easily connect with this. Okay, how I can connect is very simple logic. Okay, so I should have a unique IP address for this. That's it. Okay, I have a unique IP address for this. Using this unique IP address, so I can connect with any system from any part of the world. So it doesn't matter here, because this tool is not holding any information. For an example, it is not holding any data regarding SAP. It's just an interface. Okay, if you give a unique IP address, okay, that IP address, it will take you to the particular server. So any part of the world, it is not like it is only for this particular local location. It's not like any part of the world. Using this IP address, we can able to reach that. Okay, very simple. Okay, because this IP address will be unique. Okay, so for each and every server, each and every customer, so this IP address will be unique. Okay, so we don't want to worry about any kind of duplications. So this will be unique. You are giving a right IP address, it will take you to the right server. So again, I'm saying the GUI is not holding any data, because it is just an interface tool where it will help you to connect a server. That's it. Okay, it is only used as a mediator to connect the particular system. That's it. Okay, this is how it will work. Okay, now what is happening inside the server? Okay, that we don't have any idea, right? What is happening inside the server? Okay, connecting the server is okay, so we are just entered till the gate of the server, but what is happening inside the server, let's see that. Okay, let's see that later. Okay, I'll just come to that point. Okay, I'll just come to that point. Okay, so let's come back here. Okay, come back here. Okay, so now you got some clarity on the GUI. Okay, so the interface, the graphical user interface, how it is actually working, right? Yes. Now the important point is, okay, so how to get into this particular system, because we want to connect this GUI, right? So we need to connect into the system. How we can able to connect into the system is, so we have the tool here. Okay, so we have the GUI tool, right? There is a separate icon is there. I will show you the icon. You can see that. Okay, I'll just show you the icon. Yes, so you can see this particular thing. So here you have the icon here. Okay, you can see the icon here. So this is an SAP logon. So this is the SAP logon. When you install this, you will be getting the logon here. This is a tool. So just double click on this tool, so it will automatically open. You can see it is GUI for Windows, and what is the version, it is showing that. Okay, this is actually the tool. Okay, you can see this is actually the tool what we are seeing here. Okay, this is actually the tool. This is how it will looks like. Okay, so yes, so when you log into this one, you can able to see that here clearly. Okay, so there are some connections are there. So what are these connections here? Okay, what are these connections are here? For an example, for making a new connection, normally it will be looks like this. Okay, it will be empty here. When you open this for the first time, you can see it will be like this. Normally it will be empty. Okay, for an example, if you want to connect something, okay, if you want to create a new connection, what we need to do is, you have to go for this local connection and click on this one. Okay, you can see a new option here. Okay, click on this new option. There you have a connection option. Just click on this connection option. You will be getting an option like this. Normally how you do the Microsoft, so how you will do the Microsoft Excel and all other things. Okay, same way here. Okay, just click on that and click on this next button. You will be getting this option here. So you will be getting this option here. Okay, so here the parameters will be given to you. Okay, so this parameters you need to enter here. Who will give this parameter? This will be given by the technical guy. So his name is Basis. Okay, Basis is a technical guy who will share all these details with you. So using this particular information, you can go for it. So what is the description and what is the application server? This application server is means which is your IP address. You are going to give one unique IP address here. So one connection, one unique IP address. Okay, then you can give the instance number and system ID. So this will be internally given by the Basis guy, and using that you can able to connect that. Okay, for an example, you can give all this information. You will be getting a connection like this. You can see a connection like this. Okay, you will be getting a connection like this. Okay, you will be getting a connection like this. Okay, how this will work is you can see that clearly. Okay, so for an example, okay, so if you take this one, so the connection will be like this. Okay, how it will work is very simple. So there you can able to see, so we have a connections here. Okay, this is connection 1 and this is connection 2. Okay, so each and every connection you can see the unique IP address. You can see the unique IP address or unique URL address, whatever. Okay, IP address or URL, this can be merged. You can see using this only it is connecting the right system to the right time. Okay, so this is what actually the connection is means for. So how we can able to do that one? So we don't have any restriction to connect with n number of customers here. You can connect with n number of customers at the same time. For an example, normally what we will do a project with one customer at one time. Okay, then after completing that only we will go to the another thing. Here there is no need of that. So at the same time you can work with 2-3 customers at the same time. You can opening a different pages. We have a different sessions here. Okay, so you can able to open different sessions for a different customer and you can work on different customers at the same time. So you can do multitasking and parallel activities here. So there is no constraint about that. Okay, so like that you can able to make the connections also. You can see you can make a connections here, connection 1, connection 2, connection 3, connection 4, and every connection will have a unique IP address. You can have a unique IP address here, here and here and here and here. So everything will be unique. So if you connect with this, it will go to a customer. If you connect this, it will go for a customer. So every particular unique connection will go to a particular customer here. Okay, so it is very easy because this tool will not take any data, just it will connect as an interface. Okay, using this IP address, automatically it will connect with an interface. So your work will be easy. Okay, yes. Okay, so now we can get into this particular server. Okay, now we got the clarity how to do this one, how to get into this one. Now we can get inside this and we can able to find how it is working. Okay, yes. So let me open this. Okay, so here where we are. Okay, I'm just double click on that. Okay, for an example, let's open this. Okay, for an example, I'm just opening this server. Okay, so just double click on this. Okay, so automatically you will be getting this information. Okay, so automatically you are getting this information here. Okay, so automatically you're asking this information here. So here you can able to see the information here. So you are already mentioned here, you are going to learn this SAP S4HANA 2022, the latest model of SAP S4HANA. Okay, the latest one. Okay, which is what the latest one we are using. This is 2022 version. In this version only you are going to learn this complete thing here. Okay, so here on you can able to see the username and password. That is fine. So normally the username and password you will be using everywhere, right? The Gmail, Facebook, wherever. The same kind of concept here. Here username and password we are creating that. Who will create that? Again, the technical guy, the basis guy will be creating that and we will be giving that. Okay, that is fine. So now coming into this point, what is this client? Okay, what is this client? That the 3-digit code is given, right? What is this client? So what it means by this client? Okay, you need to understand something. Okay, I told you, right? So we reached that server. Okay, at that point, from inside that server, what is happening here for each and every customer, what is happening inside the server, we need to see that is related to this client. Okay, let's see that. Okay, I'll explain that. Okay, for an example, just understand here. Okay, so no worries. Okay, so here itself we have a gap. I'll just show that one. For an example, I'll just go with GUI. Okay, so here I'll just go with the same GUI. I'll just enlarge that one server. Okay, so we have seen 3 different servers for an example, right? I will enlarge one server so you will get a clarity. This is one server. For an example, this is customer A. For an example, you can say this is Tata. Okay, so this is a Tata. Okay, so for the Tata, so we are having this particular server here. Okay, using this GUI, I'm connecting into this Tata. Okay, so I will reach here. Okay, using what? Using the IP address, right? That is clear. The last thing we have seen about using the GUI, I can connect with this particular server using this IP address. It is very clear. Okay, so now you can see. Okay, so I connected this GUI using this IP address already with this particular thing. But most of the people will say that okay, this client is a customer. Okay, so if you ask someone as a consultant or someone you ask, they will say that this client means it's a customer. Okay, already I connected the customer using this IP address. Why should I give again a client number or something related to the customer? Okay, it's not having a sense, right? For an example, already I connected the server, okay, of this particular customer using that IP address. Means I'm standing in front of the gate. You just imagine that this is a house, means it's in a server house. I have an address that is an IP address. Using that address, I reach the home. Already I'm standing in front of the gate of a customer. Okay, so why should I give again this kind of client and all these things? So it is something different. It is not the customer. It is not mentioning the customer. It is something different. What is that different is, okay, so we have to know one thing, right? So I've just given the weightage. So in the previous sessions we have seen about the SAP weightage, right? That time I told, when you want to purchase a hardware, you need minimum 3 servers. For every customer, there is minimum 3 servers are required. I told you, right? So now we are in this particular part. Let's see the 3 servers here. Okay, for an example, let's see the 3 servers. So this is server 1. So you can take that. This is server 1. Okay, and you can take this is server 2. And you can take this is server 3. For an example, we have 3 servers here. Okay, what are the 3 servers? I'll just name that one. Okay, one is a development server. Okay, so one is a quality server. Okay, and the final one is a production server. We have 3 type of servers here. So these 3 type of servers, already I connected with this IP address and reached that particular thing. If I enter into the server, I will be having 3 doors. You can see 3 doors. 3 doors means it is 3 unique servers. A customer can have 3 unique servers as a mandatory. Now I want to open this thing. See, I entered into the customer, that is different, using this IP address. That is only for the connection. But I want to enter into any one of the server, then only I can work. Okay, why we need 3 servers, I'll explain. So before that, so how we need to enter this one? Because every server will have a number, means unique number. How we have a door number. In an house, we have a door number, right? Same thing here. For an example, this particular thing, you can see this development. For an example, you can take this is 800. The number is 800. Example. Okay, in quality, so here you can able to see this is 900. And here you can see this particular production, you can take it as 500. So like that I can give a number. Okay, this will be also given by the basis. Okay, the basis is for people who is responsible for giving this number here. Okay, so in this number only, so we can able to log in. So now you have to get the clarity. Using this IP address, I can reach only till the customer zone. I can reach the customer zone, but I cannot get into the server. Because if I want to get into the server, I want to give the right client here. You can see I want to give the right client. So which client I want to get in, so that I want to give, whether it's a development server, whether it's a quality server, whether it is a production server, which server I want to get into that, then only I can able to work on that. Okay, so now it seems you will be getting an idea, right? Yes. Now coming to the main point here, why we need these 3 servers. Okay, just one server is fine, right? Why we are giving a lot of pressure to the customer to buy these 3 servers? Okay, so because these 3 servers is mandatory. Why? Because this servers is having some things to be done. Okay, so what is that something to be done is very simple. For an example, so if you take this particular part, okay, for an example, if you take production, this production is dedicated for the users, means the end users. Okay, this is for the end users. Okay, who is taking a part of a manufacturing. So it is only used for the end users, and it is a production server. Production server means it's a live server. So whatever we do, whatever the business, whatever the transaction they do, so this is all thing for the live server. So they are doing everything for the live. Okay, it's only for the live server. So normally we will not touch the live server, right? Because it's a live business is going on. So we cannot do anything in that one. So we cannot go on inside and we cannot play on that. So we need to have a ground to play before we go for the final thing. For an example, this is the final thing. Okay, so before that I want to practice myself, and then only I can go and do that, right? For an example, you can see this is the live ground where the live match is going on. I cannot go and do anything, practice all this thing here. I want a practice ground to do that one. That practice ground is this one. Okay, so why you need 2 servers? Even the end user is having only one user, who is the customer of that particular server. So they are using only one server. Why the consultant needs 2 servers here? So this 2 servers is for the consultants. Why they need 2 servers is very simple. In the first development server, okay, so in the first development server, I will be doing all the trial and error. So I will do all the trials. So here where I will do all the trials here. Why? Because okay, so I need to do all the trial because I cannot do on the live pitch. So I need a space where I need to do all the trial and errors because I have given a commitment. Right, already in the implementation methodology I told you, right? So we have given a commitment, we have given the to be section. So what are the things I want to do? So I want to trial all these things, whether it is working or not, I'm getting an error, all these things I will try it here. When I try it, I get some result, right? That result, what I can do, I will transfer that result to the quality server. So by the name the quality you can get that one. So it was having a quality information, it is having a quality data. Okay, so whatever I would trial I want to do, I will do it in the development server. Then I will transfer that result, only the result, final result, to the quality server. So what will happen? The quality server will have all the right data and right configurations. Okay, so whatever I do the testing, whenever I get a result, I will be keep on moving that. What will happen? The quality will get the complete result what we expected. Right? Yes. So then in quality, what we will do, already we have discussed, right? We want to do the UAT for the users. So I will be arranging the UAT here. So now you can sync this with our implementation methodology. So I'm allowing the user to do the testing in the quality because the quality is having all the good results and whatever the filtration I have done. So only that is available. The user will not get any errors or something. So whatever he wants to test, he can test it here. Okay, so parallelly, okay, he will do the testing here. So I will also will happy. So once the user is done with the testing, and what he will do, so he will give a sign off, right? So again, I'm coming to the same implementation methodology. So once it is done, he will give a sign off, right? Of course. Okay, that sign off, what I will do, so I will just move that same information to the production. So this is how it will be done. So we will not work in the live pitch. Okay, so we will work on the development, then we will move to the quality. Okay, then finally if everything is okay, then only I will move to the production. This is how practically you need to work on the SAP projects. Okay, so now you can think, okay, three individual servers are mandatory to have a very successful SAP implementation, but this three is not only the limitation. Okay, so even if a customer is willing to have, they can have the fourth server also, and they can give the name this of fourth server called as sandbox. Okay, it is called as sandbox. Okay, so this is based on the investment. For example, the customer is ready to invest on this, they can do that one. What is the advantage of this investment is very simple. For an example, you have two type of filtration here, right? So in the development, you are filtering that one time, and quality you are filtering for the second time. So two level of filtering you have. You want the third level of filtering, you can have this sandbox. That's it, very simple. So before development, you can do all the trial and errors in sandbox. Okay, sandbox. Okay, you can do all the trial and errors in the sandbox. Then you can move that to the development. When you get some result, you can move to the development. Again, you can test it here, and if you're getting a good result, again you can move to the quality. Then from quality, you can move to the production. So always already we have two level of layers for filtering. So here we can have three level of layers. So it is based on the customer. It is not mandatory to have that one, but if the customer is willing to have more filtration, because if you have more filtration, you can have more result oriented, right? So ultimately they want a result. So if you want to go with the result oriented, then automatically you can go with this. So automatically the system will work on that. Right? Yes, automatically the system will work on that. So based on that, we will be getting into this. Okay, right. Yes. Yes, so this is all about the structuring. Okay, how this GUI is connecting with the server, and what all the servers it can connect, and how the server transfer is moving on. What is this usage of this each and every servers? Now we got the clarity. Okay, so now the most important thing is, okay, so we are entering into the server. Now we got the clarity about this. Okay, what is this client and all these things. Why I'm just explaining about this small client, this much thing means, okay, so we cannot expect what is the question so will be raised by the customers. Okay, they can ask any silly question, you need to ready to answer all the questions. Okay, so that will keep up your value in the project. Okay, yes. So now what we are going to do, so we are going to enter into this particular part here. So means I'm just giving the client, it's already default, it's there. So I'm giving my username. Okay, so I'm giving my Okay, so the username, I'm just giving that. Okay, I'm giving my username and I'm giving my password. Okay, so you will be having your own username and password, your own credential. So based on that, you can enter into that in part. Okay, so I'm entering into that. Okay, I'm giving my username and password, enter. Okay, so I think I need to re-log in. Okay, so maybe okay, yes, so maybe it's a reset here. Okay, so because the system will not hold for a very long period because we are connecting with the interface, right? So we should if we are ideal for very long period, automatically it will disconnect. Okay, no worries, we can just log in again. Okay, so just double click on that. Okay, yes, and you can give that particular password. Yes, yes, you can see this is the first page of SAP what you're going to see here. So after connecting this particular tool, so this is the first page we are entering into this particular part here. So here we are where we are going to play the complete thing here. Okay, so here where we are going to work here. So from here only we are going into the front end. From here only we are going into the back end. All this stuffs we are going to do it here. Okay, so here we are going to see what are the screen presence we have, what are the options we have. Okay, so how we are going to get into the path, what are the different options to get into the path. Okay, we can see that one, what are the shortcuts and how we can able to work on this very easily. Okay, how to get into the back end part means the configuration part, how to get into the front end part means the user part. All these things we can able to see. Okay, so that we can able to see on the next session. Okay, so we are going to see the part 2 of this navigation part in this particular thing. Okay, so we are going to see in the second session. So before that, let me show you one thing. Okay, so we can see, okay, what is the version we are using. Already I've shown you in the front screen is 2022. How you can see by yourself what is the version you are going to learn here. Okay, so you can get into the system, click on the system here, you have a system option there, you can see a status, you can click on the status option, click on that. Okay, so you will be getting an option called product version here. You can see the product version. Just click on this specs, okay, where you can see some more details. Click on that. Automatically it will take you to the details. You can see what all the components has been installed. You can see, don't confuse on this. Here you can see installed product versions. Click on this install product version. There you can able to find what is the actual version you are using here. So there you can able to see, okay, so S4HANA on-premise edition we are using this one. You can see SAP S4HANA on-premise edition we are using 2022 model. Okay, so this is what the actual thing, this is how you need to find that, because which particular version of SAP you are using that, because all the servers will looks alike. Okay, so you should see that very clearly which server you are using. So based on that, even the user or customers will ask you to check, so you have to be well aware of checking all these things. Okay, right. Okay, so let's conclude this today. Okay, so for this particular session, okay, so next thing we are going to have the navigation second part. Okay, we are going to see the complete navigation here in the second session. Next session we are going to have that. Okay, so let's continue there. Okay, yes, thank you so much.